So why don't we just start off, tell us a little bit about yourself to some of the viewers, like stuff like what class did you graduate with? Which university do you take the classes? And were there any teachers that you really liked?
Okay, so hi, my name is Athena Lai, and I graduated in 2017. So that was 3 years ago, and I'm currently studying at Goldsmiths University of London, and I'm studying musical theater, which is like for those who don't know, I sing, I dance, and I act, and so basically the classes that I take are like singing, dancing, and acting based, but there's also theory based about like history of musical theater, how to how to make a piece of musical theater, and quite a lot of theoretical stuff. My program is quite theoretical and practical based instead of being an art school kind of thing. Um, so any cast activities in VSC that really stuck with me. I think for me personally, I really remember cast trips, and I just those were really great. It's just like a nice little getaway with your friends, and also just like doing something nice with the community. And I think my favorite was going to where was it? Oh my gosh, Bali or Tulunis. That was really fun. It was just like nice, and I had all my friends with me, which was really nice, and it was just like nice little getaway. And any teachers that I am very fond of. I'm quite close with a lot of my teachers, and we have good relationships. I think the person that really helped me the most, I think, or just like the person that like um, I remember the most fondly is Miss Bonnie Look. When I was a part of a student council back in 2015, I think, when I was still in NYP, and she really helped me a lot because that group was all DP and I was the only NYP, and I was like so scared, but she really helped me just like calm down and just like help me pave my way through the year of student council. So yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Anyway, wow. Okay. So moving on, speaking of cast, so we know that you're a very talented musician. So how did you develop your music, your passion for music?
Mhm.
Now, was it, did it start in VSA or was it somewhere else?
So apparently when I was a kid, I couldn't like sit still. I was always like moving, constantly moving. I was like running around in circles all the time, according to my parents. So um, so I was in Victoria since kindergarten, and apparently in what was it, K2, my teachers were already like asked me to be an MC for like a Christmas show, and also on when we had our kindergarten graduation, when we had our performance, the teachers, Miss Ali and Miss, I forgot her name. It's been too long. It was so long ago, but like they asked me to be like the main lead dancer for Dancing Queen, and then that was like in a really big arena. And then I guess that kind of like made my parents realize like, oh, she can like, even though I was like a little bean, but like they were like, oh, she can dance and stuff. And so afterwards, progressively, my parents like they always let me go to like play groups, and also I went to dance class, and also just like it developed I think it definitely the root of the seed of it definitely started in BSA in kindergarten, but then it like developed, and also I went to Yip's Children's Choir, and we always went touring around the world, and also my mom has this drama theater company called Touch Theater, and also I had my first like official performance when I was 9 years old there, and I think that just like it just progressively developed, and I just like really loved this art form, and I just fell in love with it, and just like continuously just like kept going on with it. So yeah.
Now, unfortunately, you still caught the virus, but you have thankfully recovered.
Yes.
And how did we, again, we touched on this earlier, how would you say that the situation has changed or affected your physical or mental well-being?
Okay. So I think for me, there are like there's one huge learning for me, and there's a few categories that fall into that category. There are a few things that fall into that category, and I think the biggest thing for me is to not take things for granted. Even though you guys are younger than me, but I'm still like young, and even though the our age is like the percent, like the possibility of like something bad happening is less, but at the end of the day it's still a disease, and still a virus, and anyone can catch it. And it just made me realize that like to not take things for granted, because I came back to Hong Kong on the 31st of March, and I was quarantined for I was staying at the hotel for 2 days, and like got sent to the hospital like on the third day, and stayed for 28 days in the hospital in a isolation ward. And it was so weird because me physically, I'm in Hong Kong, but I can't see my parents. And like every single time like I come back from like, for example, from with the Children's Choir touring around the world, or just like coming from like a trip with VSA, my parents would always be there to pick me up, and like it seems so something so normal, but we always have this like a family hug, because that's just how we are. But because of COVID-19, we weren't able to do that. Like some things we think that is so normal, something that we think is bound to happen, couldn't happen because of COVID-19, because of the breakout. And I think it just definitely made me realize to like not take things for granted. And also health is not guaranteed, because like ever since I was like a child, we've all heard the same from our parents, being like, be careful, take care of your health, be careful what you eat and stuff. And I think after being a patient, I finally realized how fragile life is, and how important, and how to not take your health for granted. So you kiddos, take your be careful of your health, and also to just treasure your loved ones, treasure the time with your loved ones, because as scary as it sounds, you don't know what's going to happen the next day, and also in these circumstances of COVID-19. And I think yeah, and also being a patient, experiencing being a patient has taught me like it's really sad, it's really lonely, being by myself in an isolation ward, and also, and you constantly, or you need support from your friends, from your loved ones. And I think I finally realized that. And so being a patient myself, I really want to be able to help other people who are sick, or those who are in need. And I'm really thankful. I'm Christian, so I'm really thankful that God gave me the gift of singing and dancing, and hopefully I can use the gifts that He's given me to bless and to comfort and support other people. So yeah, I guess that's my big learning in after getting COVID-19. So yeah.
So now that you've recovered, what are your plans for returning to your studies in the UK?
So I'm planning to head back in at mid to end of September to finish my studies, and it's crazy that I'm going to be graduating next year. I just felt like I graduated IB, and now I'm graduating from uni. It's actually crazy. So you guys, you think that you have all the time in the world, not to scare you, but just make good use of your time. And yes, but you guys definitely will be fine. You guys will be fine. You guys will do amazing. I'm really sure of that. But I am planning to head back to UK to finish my third year of uni. And I'm probably, I want to, I have two different routes of where I want to, what I want to do after uni graduation. I want to either go on a route that's because I said earlier in the interview, my course now is quite theoretical and practical based, so it's not like it's a very university course, but I kind of want to experience a very art school, like 9 to 5 kind of program, which is a very, very practical program. Or I want to do something that's a bit therapy related, because I love teaching kids. I love teaching kids about performance, and out of the three in musical theater, like singing, dancing, and acting, I am most confident and I enjoy dancing the most. And in IB, I took psychology, HL, and I really enjoy psychology. And fun fact, I was supposed to go to UBC to study psychology, but whoop, took a U-turn and went to study musical theater um, in London. So I was thinking maybe something along just either, we'll see where my head is at after graduation or like towards graduation for uni. But yeah, planning to go back to the UK and just like hoping to stay there for a bit and to just see what London offers. Yeah.
Cool. How are you planning to incorporate this whole situation with the COVID and your takeaway from it into your future work, um, artwork?
Mm-hmm. I think being this whole experience of COVID, it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about when you're in a situation, when you're in like sickness, when your health is being, what's the word? When your health is in stake, who really truly cares about you, and who really shows their support, shows their love for you. My parents, they did so much for me. My dad literally came from like Changwon to Taipo every single day to just like give me stuff to because my dad is a he develops food, and he like made this a soup that's to boost your immune system, and he would send that over to my hospital every single day. And like, you know, that journey is not short. So there's love from my dad and from my mom and stuff. And I think it's just like it really taught me how fragile life is, and just like how to really treasure life. And I'm still learning every single day. Not saying that I have it down, but I'm learning every single day. And I think it's just like this whole experience, it was just so surreal. I still can't wrap my head around it that I got COVID. And it's just like, it's so weird. But I'm definitely an experience I'm so thankful for. And I think it just allowed me to be able to, you know, if I were to put it, incorporate um, with my future work, I guess in performance, you always have to use your emotions. You always have to delve deep into your emotions and to like bring that out in your work. And I think this experience really helped me to like dig down deep into myself and to just like yeah, just like in general, I just really wish to hopefully my experiences, not just from COVID, but from the past, like all these lead ups, all these, you know, experiences can help me in the future, whether it's for performance or anything um, else that I do. I just really, yeah, it sounds so like, what are you saying? But I just like really wish, I'm really thankful that these experiences have gave me a lot of life learning, life lessons. And yeah, I just hope to be able to be an a person that can help and bless people through my work. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So
So what is something that you'd want to tell the audience? Like,
although things seem very out of hand or seem very difficult in the time being, whether it's you know, health, whether it's emotional, whether it's like educational, whatever it may be, you will be fine. Things will get better. Honestly, staying in the hospital for 28 days without knowing when you're gonna get better was suffocating. It was so difficult. But at the end of the day, I did get better. Thankfully, I got better. But I just like wanted to let people know that your situation, even though how difficult it may be, no matter how little hope there is, there is still hope, and those who love and care for you, they will support you and they will love you towards, like, they will love you and support you to the ends of the earth. And don't care so much about the noises that of people who don't respect you or who don't care for you. um, Let the people who love you and support you stay close to you, and let those people touch your heart instead of letting other noises affect you. I'm definitely still learning that. It's still taking me to this day so so much time to learn. It's definitely difficult. Aside from others, we're definitely our own biggest critic. Um, be be kind to yourself and just don't criticize yourself so much. You guys are doing great. I'm sure you guys will do great things. But yeah, it will get better. And there is hope. So yeah.
Thank you.
I think that's about all we have.
Okay.